Good afternoon, YouTube world. It is approximately about 2:48 Pacific Standard Time on November the 2nd. Oh, it's amazing. I got that. That's a Credit Crusader blend right in there. Little side of the Marine Corps blend. Some Jack Daniels in there, of course. And I think we got enough of Todd Gibbons' tears and Mikey's tears here to kind of balance out the caffeine and the bullshit. So, that's amazing. You gotta try that. Coming to a store on your shelf soon. Let's get into it, folks. So, if you're part of the Credit Crusader Army, I salute you. To my general, the Credit Crusader, I salute you. To David Payne, over there at Everything Credit, our lieutenant, I salute you. To Jim, the credit guy, who has knowledge of the mind and works the biggest muscle of all, I salute you. To the rest of the Army, I salute you all. So, I have 10 videos pending right now. I've been doing a lot of traveling back and forth and whatnot in the field, and it seems to me that we've approached this the wrong way on this platform. So, I might have to do these in the day as they go per Mike's videos, as it would be on my title right now. Doing a review of what his was Mikey pissed off. So, let's start this off, folks. I always believe in exercising the mind. So, I would have to ask you this. I want you to really exercise your mind on this when I say this, and forgive me if it seems like I'm trying to drop intelligence on somebody. I'm not. I'm asking the question of everybody on this to think about something of the day. I'll probably start off my videos this way every time because I'm a full-time Apache Helicopter and a part-time comedian. Answer me this. I want to know if we can mandate to vax the entire planet, okay? I'm not going to get into that, okay? We're for or against it. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say, just think about this. We can mandate to vax the entire planet, but we can't feed the starving. Kind of bothersome, right? Just think about that. We have enough vax for the whole world, and we're telling them they have to have it, but we can't feed the starving. That bothers me. All right, folks, let's get into some of the stuff here. So, my parody should be something in the event of commenting on Mike's videos. I gotta be very careful about that because, again, this is for opinionated purposes only and educational purposes. You have to do your own homework. And again, mine's an opinion. So let's make that very clear right now. Let's give a credit to Mikey on something where he's not giving credit due. Now, the black card you see behind him, next to the Grant Cardone poster, that one sent him in the videos, right? And you see it right to the 10 times X with a wealth poster, right? 10 times your wealth. That's where Grant Cardone's that big poster behind Mike. You can't miss it. Now you see this big black card behind him too. People think, and have asked me, Dave, is that the American Express card, the black card? It's not. If you see it on there, it has like the same thing as Challenge Your Wealth, and you know, basically it's for the bold and whatnot, the boat, and trying to make out their riches and whatnot. If you look very closely at it, it's actually by Social Culture. Okay, Social Culture is also on Instagram, and Mikey's on Instagram. For all those that don't know that. Mikey's constantly doing little tidbits here and there for advertisement, trying to get you on his associate's program or his bachelor's program or the Mastermind 2.0 program. More bullshit on that, so to speak. But we know Mikey shops on there, so Mikey, good shopping on that. Please give them credit for that, Mikey, if you ever do, because I don't think you give credit to anybody for what they do on their own, because you're always trying to ride somebody on this. So everybody go to We Are Social Culture, and you can shop their items there. The big black card behind Mikey. And by the way, in Mikey's video today, is it just me, or did you guys notice, like, on the arm, like right here on his bicep, because it's so big, his bicep's huge, it says 10 times, right? 10 times, isn't that the Grant Cardone thing? So between 10 times and Who's Got My Money, Mikey really is, like, advertising to everybody right up front. So if you're on the fence and you're not sure, I want to break it down for you. Something very interesting came up today, and let's go here to the board. So, and Mike's going to crap when I say this, so I'm just going to put his prices out for him since he won't. Mike's Associate 2.0, $1,500 as one-time payment or $2,000 financed. Now, be very careful because you finance, he's going to give you to Denefits, which is out of Irvine, California, which is a warehouse that actually expedites medical wear, expedites toys, everything from all over the seas. And there's a tiny little office in the back corner, and that's where Denefits is at. They're approving you for money guarantee because Mike has ties into Denefits. So he's approving his own loans to you. He's a loan agency, apparently. So, Associates Edition, personal credit training, live coaching with Mike, digital training videos. First of all, it's Mastermind You every Monday that they go through, and everybody's talking in a circle about what benefits them, what makes them money. Okay, so we got to stop right there. Proprietary letters provided, already typed out to employer you to do your own credit repair, 90 to 100 day average turnaround time. Listen, I'm not going to knock everything Mikey does. I've told you before, he's got tips, tricks, and hacks. Hacks are bullshit. And check your states. Also, too, check your local law enforcement, local federal credit laws, those kind of things before you type into those hacks and those tips and tricks, because I think it's kind of BS. But he says 90, 120 days turnaround time. That's possible. I can't really knock that. Trade line vendor access up to 75% off competitive pricing on AU trade lines. Those are his trade lines, folks. That's not a vendor, that's him. And if it's not him, he's using also Pacific Trade Lines, which is his company from his buddy that he runs. And it's very, very questionable where those trade lines are at. I'm understanding some of those trade lines are like bunked and dead. People are already making complaints about that too. Go watch the videos out there, look it up. Access to additional vendors below. Auto loans, exotic car loan, home loans, credit card lender. Guys, let's break this down as quick as we can. Auto loans are someone he knows that's based in Florida. Exotic car loans. First of all, I don't want to knock the beautiful state of Florida. It's a beautiful state. Great people. I like the facts of the tax-free indemnities and whatnot in that state. But you can look anywhere and they'll tell you 100 times over. Look up where to buy my car. And Florida's the last state you want to buy your car is what they say. 9 times out of 10, because the reason being is the financial institutions and the banks that they use are bunk banks. Sometimes too, the cars, they have rules where they don't have to report exactly the car history. That's up to you to look out. So when they sell you the warranty and you try to go back on it, what used to be Blue Knight Auto Sales is now Red Light Auto Sales 2 weeks later under an LLC. I don't want to get that. We all know about LLCs and Mike. So 72-hour inquiry removal training, which I'm not sure if that's for medical debt. Live call with Mike himself every month on the 15th for individualized coaching, consulting, and accountability. Let's do the math on this. Mike has what, like 450, like, I don't know, 45, 40, like 500,000 followers or something like that, right? And then with the comments I see on there, I see like 1, 2, 3 comments. Sometimes Mike's had about 28, but then I look at the likes and the dislikes. It's disproportionate to how many subscribers he has. I'm not figuring this out. Like, go look at mine. I haven't been on that long. I don't monetize on mine. Just take the time to look at my videos, see how many followers I have, see how much time I've had followers go by. Look at the likes and dislikes. Go to Credit Crusader's platform. Look at his likes and dislikes. Ooh, Todd Gibbons needs to cut back on the salt. That his tears are a little salty. Anyways, so you go back to that and look at it, and you can see some true, real numbers between Jim the Credit Guy, David Payne over at Everything Credit, and our Credit Crusader. Look at the subs, look at the likes and dislikes. That makes more sense. So how would Mike have so much time to give anyone 15 minutes a day? Break down that math. As we're breaking down math, let's look at this. Here we go. 40,000 hours, as Mike claims. This is a doctorate, right? Guys, you want to break down the years? 40,000 hours straight comes out to 4.56 years. I did the math on this, okay? If I divide that, okay, by a year, that's 8,760 hours straight. Straight. And now we're not counting sleep, food, quality of life, taking a crap, playing with his kids, saying hi to his wife, going out the door, coming back to work, going through work and whatnot. It's really questionable, right? Then I go to 730 hours per monthly. 730 hours a month. Straight. Guys, break down the 40,000 hours and go back to Mike's history and look when he got arrested and released from jail. Now, unless he had something where he just came back as an extraterrestrial and he doesn't sleep, 40,000 hours is nearly impossible. So if you really break down between sleep, shitting, eating, lying to people like he always does, it's got to be somewhere about 10 and a half years, almost 11-year mark of 40,000 hours. Well, that's a long time for a doctorate, if you ask me. Just saying, okay? So live call with Mike himself this Wednesday at 6 p.m. established for a 15-minute walkthrough on how to proprietary letter credit repair. Proprietary letter credit repair. Guys, you want letters, go to Jim the Credit Guy. He's got great letters. I'm going to tell that right now, okay? Masters 2.0. $3,000 as a one-time payment or $4,000 finance, okay? Now, guys, the new law is very strict on this. There's no payments made. It has to be monthly payments to see any change in your credit before you start paying monthly. And you can't take a big amount up front. But these are the prices I'm giving you right now, okay? The Masters 2.0. Mike just talked about it today. It's $3,000 as a one-time upfront payment or $4,000 finance. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you the trick about this financing when I get down to the bottom of what's really going on here with this finance game, okay? It says all of our training platforms equal Associates Personal Credit Building, Bachelor's Business Credit Building, Mastermind Business Building and Scaling, Master's 8-week course on how to open and run a credit repair and trade line business. Don't follow. If you're on the fence and you're sure about this, $3,000 for all that stuff he's claiming, right? Is he giving you the software? Is he giving you the letters? Is he giving you the personal one-on-one time to create that? Or is it going to be someone reading down a spiel card? If it doesn't work out, you want a refund, you're going to get it back. Probably not. I highly doubt it. That's where you have to take self-responsibility, even under Mikey's defense to some degree, that you've got to do your homework and you've got to put the time in. But at the same point, he's claiming right here $3,000 up front or $4,000. He's guiding you to build your own credit repair company. He's probably doing that with Navy Federal credit cards that he's putting out there, which I'll get into that too, which is a bad idea, okay? For $3,000, okay, or $4,000 finance, okay? Everything credit, David Payne, Lieutenant David Payne of our Credit Crusader Army, okay, has his company, has a CRM, has a software, has the letters, and he's willing to do that at that price, same price, from the last thing I just saw on his website, do that price and guarantee you that you will build your business, and he will assist you to do it for your credit repair. He's giving you the knowledge to do your own credit repair and to go ahead and take people out there too to take on the business. Because even he physically knows at the end of the day, if he takes on everybody, he can't get it done. The quality factor starts to go out the window. Well, it's kind of like Mike start off the bat, no quality. Okay, I digress. Masters 2.0, $3,000. We did number 1. Here's number 2. Digital deletion process and training to empower you to do your own credit repair. Fastest way to do credit repair. New digital process. The only one companies are doing. Average turnaround time, 45 days. Here we go again with the 45 days bullshit. For all of you out there, start looking up Credit Game University, Lambo, Credit Game University, Maserati, Credit Game University, or Credit Game reviews. You'll see a lot of people out there that had nothing done in 45 days, 90 days, 120 days. People like Keisha out there and some other people like Miss B, gone on for 18 months with nothing that's changed on their credit report at all, and Mike just won't refund them back because he's hiding behind Denefits, who financed them the difference, and Denefits is hiding behind Mike. They're pointing fingers at each other because it's the same person. Unless he split his personality, he's bipolar, which I'm assuming he might be, possibly, just an opinion. They're pointing at each other, okay, and saying it's this person's fault, it's that person's fault. They're the same person. They're just not going to give you your money back. So be very careful of that, okay, with that 45 days crap. Number 3. 5 calls per month with Mike for coaching, counseling, and accountability. 5 calls with Mike per month. Well, let me think about this. Mike said today, give him 3 minutes or 7 minutes for him to convince you to get on the program. I even doubt that. Every time anyone's ever called to ask for Mike, he's not available. It happened with me when I made the phone call. It's on video. I've talked to people about this, and they said they've never talked to Mike, okay? Number, was it 5 I was at? So 4? Here we go. Number 4, access to Mike for questions on Facebook 24/7. Oh, that's right. Mike on Facebook. You know, Mike on Facebook is known as Michael Shine, one of his many aliases. He's not known as Michael Rhando, Michael Shawn, or Michael Shawn Rhando, or Shawn Rhando. He's known as pretty much Truckers Benefits, Elite Truckers Benefits, Elite Truckers Benefits Deletion. There's like 4 Facebooks out there, but he's Michael Shine, by the way. He sends out emails as Michael Shine. Guy who got popped for fraud, here he is using an alias. Interesting. Here we go to the next one. Number 5, 72-hour inquiry removal training. 72-hour inquiry. 72. Is this for basically where you freeze Nexus Lexus and then you try to make the attempt to build your credit in those 3 days and apply for something? Because the problem is if that's inquiry removal training, that's not really what it is. It's you freezing up your credit to operate under that and then how you get hit with that credit again. Or as you like to use, Mikey, with everybody in your program, leverage credit. The whole world already knows that already. Get past it. Number 6, trade line vendor access up to 70% off competitor pricing at AU trade lines. Here we go again. The same thing was back in the associates. Okay? Don't do it, folks. He is the vendor. We go back to Elite Deletions, which is now Delete Deletions, which he claimed was a vendor that did it for free, but that's not the case. It's all of us in the Lambo programs and the Maserati programs paid for that 45-day takeoff period, and it never happened for us. So it was a lie. Flat out lie. That's not even an opinion. Number 7, access to business primary trade lines and business funding from the same vendor. Is that not number 6 I just read? So he added that in there. Number 8, live call with Mike himself. I get to talk to Mikey. Unlike him paying $50,000 to Grant Cardone for 15 minutes and claiming that he spoke on behalf of Grant Cardone at an event, which we still can't find unless Mikey can produce it. I challenge you, Mikey, but you probably won't even respond to this. I go back, I digress. Ooh, even Mike's like cut back on the bullshit in there. Ooh, thank God Credit Crusader has the best grinds in the world, or it wouldn't weigh out the tears. So, this Monday or Friday at 6 p.m. established for a 15-minute walkthrough of how to do the digital deletion credit repair. Is Mike selling the software? Well, I guess he would. For $3,000 and $4,000 finance, I'm hoping he would, or he'd be in some pretty big trouble. Because remember, he's not credit repair, guys. He's credit education. Good label to hide behind, okay? At least everything credit, Lieutenant David Payne, he literally tells you he's credit repair. And he gives you the education. Unbelievable, okay? Inner Circle. Here we go, guys. Here's the big one. This is too good to be true. Inner Circle doctorate, $5,000 down. $5,000, folks. That's a Honda Civic, something like his wife used to drive. $1,000 a month for 6 months. Okay, listen closely. It's $5,000 up front, but it's not really. It's not $5,000 to pay. It's $5,000 down. Okay, $5,000 down, plus $1,000 a month for 6 months. Everybody listening to that? 5,000 down. That's 5,000 down. 1,000 a month for 6 months, folks. That's $11,000. Or he'll give you a discount if you want to give him $8,500 up front. Talk about what's that term? Highway robbery our grandparents used to use. Number 1 of the inner circle: automation edition software and training, making money while you sleep. Yeah, well, because if it's Mike, he's taking it while you sleep. Same software Walmart uses for online sales, a $15,000 value. Did Mike just give that up? I wonder how Walmart feels about that right now, Mikey. Probably pisses you off I even have this, but that's okay. I just want to expose things to the world because it's transparency. That's what we're all about. It's absolute transparency. I believe in transparency. I hope you do too. Number 2, okay? Here we go. Digital deletion process and training. It's not elite deletions, it's digital deletions, which was his mom's failed LLC that he dissolved, and now a new LLC. It's still Mikey, by the way. Don't be fooled, okay? Fastest way to credit repair a new digital process that only a few companies are doing. Average turnaround time is 45 days. Guys, I want you to know something. This 22 years going to have a lot of videos from me going daily. There's 5 more heads that popped up besides Mike that I'm actually investigating right now. Mike's number 1, enemy number 1, obviously, the Credit Crusader, this army that we have and the victims that we have behind us that are definitely warriors fighting back. But 5 more propped up. Because he even says it right here, guys. He says this digital deletion is that average turnaround time of 45 days that companies are using. Huh. Interesting. 45 days is bullshit. Live, well, let me go back because someone's asking. Are you asking that right now? I'm just kidding. No one's there. Mike likes to do that. But anyways, I'm thinking to myself, I forgot something here. 45 days. Is it possible? It is possible. I'm not going to lie to you. You can take stuff off your credit. It's gambling. Maybe it'll get off. Maybe their software will challenge it. Telling you, the big 3 credit bureaus, though, they know it. And as soon as they detect it and it's off and they find it, they go back and they add it back on. So you literally went from a good credit rating score and you're plummeting down. And watch your TransUnion at the same time as you're watching Experian. When this happens, you might see a big jump on the TransUnion on nothing on Experian. It'll stay where exactly it was at, or vice versa. That's the catch of this 45-day thing. You know how it's BS. Because when the time comes back later on, you're like, wait a minute. I had a 650 credit score now after they took it off. And now I went down all the way to 530. I was at a 550. It's because when they do that, they add it back on. It opens up to all the credit agency bureaus. So if you have another debt that was like a zombie debt, okay, that someone bought, like exactly what Credit Crusader our general was talking about, it could pop back up on your system. It really could. Happens the same with credit medical debt. I just learned this last week, actually, from Lieutenant David Payne. Our lieutenant told us this on his station on Everything Credit, okay? Be very careful of this when you do this, okay? Number 3. 1 live event ticket to Digital Ninja Training Seminar on last payment of $5,000 value, which means you've got to come within a $5,000 range or that $11,000 range, okay, $11,500 range, once you're in there, to get this ticket to his Digital Millionaire event, which was last time you all saw the cocktail party and the bowls of chips and different companies that people are talking about of LLCs they developed that, mind you, I've done research on every single one of them that was on there, and not one of them has been open for more than a year. And there's no reviews on him, and some have not even started. The people that are talking, he has in the front of his videos for 5 minutes, just wasting that time, okay? I'm gonna try to keep this under 20 minutes. I'm hurrying here, okay? Keep up with me, okay? Number 4, 4 calls per week. 2 with Mike, 1 with Brock, our operations manager, because he don't know crap about operations, and 1 with Chuck, our marketing manager. So now you got Brock and you got Chuck. And maybe Bradley can tell me some more about Chuck. I don't know about that guy. Zoom calls, private group calls. I'm assuming for $11,500, you would have that. That's when Mike will really take the time to go, ooh, I have less than 20% of my base, $11,500. I better give him some time where I can get crapped on. I think Grant Cardone even does that. He get like $50,000 for 15 minutes. I don't know. Check Mikey's pocketbook because it was our money that funded that. 5, all of our educational platforms. The Associates Personal Credit Building, Bachelor Business Credit Building, Mastermind Business Building and Scaling, Master's 8-week course on how to open and run a successful credit repair and trade line business. So Mike isn't even the keys to how to run a business apparently, but $11,500. I'm assuming he would. But then again, I go back to Everything Credit. David Payne, who actually has clientele with automatic cement results. And I say cement results because they don't change. When score goes up, it stays there. Unless that person blows their credit like an idiot again. Your responsibility to check your credit, folks, okay? Number 6, any future programs included. That's like going to trucking school and saying, I have an open end to go back and truck again, right? I can do it all I want. Stop. Give me a break, okay? Number 7, VIP Network private Facebook group. Now, there is a private Facebook group because someone of mine that's actually in that group in there reports back to me. Actually, 2, or is it 3? I don't know, Mikey. You figure it out because I know you can't. You don't know how I know the stuff I know, and I'm not going to give up the goods either. Here we go. Another one, okay? Number 8, Mike's personal contact information, 24/7 access to Mike. Mike dumps numbers. There's 4 numbers we've had on him in the last 6 months. One goes back to Vegas, one goes back to Florida, one goes to Tennessee, one goes back to Vegas, and that one's canceled. I don't know how you're going to get a hold of him. Unless there's a special number he's using, okay? Number 9, 72-hour inquiry removal training. That's the same one as the masters and the associates. So that doesn't really matter. Number 10, live call with Mike himself tonight or tomorrow at 6 p.m. established for a 15-minute walkthrough on how to do digital deletion credit repair. Same thing as the associates and the masters. Number 11, Mike guarantees your income will double. This is a guarantee from Mike. Remember, like the 45 days or your money back. We all got on videos. We all saved it on the servers. We have it for law enforcement. They have it too. Mike guarantees your income will double within 6 months, or he will work with you personally until you do. What? He's guaranteeing that your income will double. I'm assuming if you're on a $20-something an hour job, possibly now, because that's the minimum wage of some places like In-N-Out and McDonald's. They're paying better than some regular entry-level jobs, to be honest with you. But he's guaranteeing your income will double within 6 months, or he will work with you personally until you do. Folks, that's all of Mike's crap right there. That's just part of it. That's his pricing, okay? And he can't even list on his website, but this is what I got from him because I got people all around Mikey. I really do, folks. I want you all to really do your own math at the end of the day, okay? Something I'm going to say about this, and I want to end it this way, if I can. I'm going to continue to tell stories of people that were once victims but are now aware that are willing to let me share their story because they don't want to make videos, okay? And I understand that, but I got to tell you this. I started off with a question, remember, about vaccinating and feeding the starving. I want to throw another one at you. What is the largest state in America? Pause for a minute. Think about it. What is the largest state in America? Denial. It's denial. That's the largest state in America, folks. That's Mike's actual contribution to the national average credit score, as he always claims. Listen, everything he claims. His 40,000 hours I debunked, okay, for the most part, okay. The national average credit. Mike is claiming, okay, that he changed that across America. He did it alone. He did it all. Or did he actually contribute because he had so many failed LLCs crushing down below that he dissolved and opened up a bigger successful LLC for now until he changes the platform again? Because Navy Federal Credit Union is catching on. I'm gonna do that video next, by the way. That's the one that's pending the most. Because it's me sitting down talking with an actual investigator from Navy Federal Credit Union who's looking into this right now. Because you can only use so many codes you can give out to one address. So who's really benefiting from it? People are getting cards. Don't get me wrong. Mike's right. They're getting cards, but he's encouraging them to spend that money towards their business, $5,000, $10,000, because he's getting points back for that on that code. But when they can't pay that because Mike can't double their income or whatever he's promising, now those clients from the Mastermind University Circle, associate's degree, bachelor's degree, are holding the card against their own credit now, and it's going down. So Mike can claim, well, you messed up your credit. I had nothing to do with it. Just saying. I know that's what's going on because I talked to the investigator. Okay, so go back to this real quick. Mikey claims he changed that national credit average, okay? That's like saying I picked up 2 aluminum cans off the street, I recycled them today, and I made a direct impact to global warming in the world. Folks, it's Kool-Aid. It's bullshit. When I say Kool-Aid, by the way, Jonestown, do your homework, guys. Do your homework. I just think it's insane. If you're on the fence, folks, do your homework, okay? I really want you to, okay? How would I put it? I'll say it this way by one of my most favorite authors who told me this one time. Listen to everything. Hear everyone. Trust nothing until you can research it for yourself, including me. Okay? My point to it is this. This started with us as victims, rising warriors with our General Credit Crusader. Please, folks, if you have money and you have decent credit, and I say like 650 and up, please go to Credit Crusader. Go to him. Okay? No matter what, go to him. Look at the workshops. The workshops are legit. He puts so much time into them. We're talking hours and hours and hours of time compiled almost for nothing for these workshops to help you out between CPM, zombie credit, zombie debt, all these things that he does. Great workshops. If you want the letters and you want the time and you really want to get some really deep education how the process works, go to Jim, the credit guy. Go to him because he'll show you and walk you through it. All right. if you want to start a business and your credit is crap, even if your credit is at 650, you want to get it higher, or your business is like, hey, you know what, this side business would be really good for a side hustle for passive income, go to our Lieutenant David Payne at Everything Credit, okay? Take the time, folks. If you are out here and you're in this army and you're listening, even if you're watching, I'm not asking you to like, I'm not asking you to subscribe, I'm not asking for any of that. Even if you leave a bad comment, please be respectful about it if you want to challenge what I'm putting out there, and we can have the civil discourse in the comment section. I will give fairness to it. If you're going to say crap that makes no sense, I'm going to come back like a hammer, because that's what I know. I move, I shoot, I communicate, I move forward. That's how I was trained. In this army, we move, we communicate, we educate. That's what we do. I challenge you, the watcher, the looker, the subscriber, even the troll. Really do the math on this, folks. And it's funny to me that a local news station is actually one of my subscribers now. I'm waiting when they want to do the story, or maybe they just enjoy the fact that I'm doing it for them. I don't know. Why is Mikey getting along so far and not been in trouble or confronted by the law? Folks, you have no idea. It is a process. It takes time. And trust you me, he's already had the influx with them, already had the encounters with them already. It doesn't matter. Okay? Mikey owns his Lambo. It's under LLC. Mikey doesn't own the boats. He's part of a boat club in there. He does not own the boats, okay? You're dealing with a small-time scammer, swindler, okay? Education purposes, opinion. Small-time scammer, educator, to throw it back on you, to guilt you, to give you the money, to make yourself worth more, because he's convinced you that the credit's the only way to do it, and he's hiding behind credit education. Folks, I just read you his menu, his smorgasbord of prices. Does it seem fair to you? Who has that? If you have that kind of money, you most likely should not have credit issues at all. Not saying that it's not possible, because it absolutely could be, okay? But please, if you're on the fence, educate yourself. If you're against me, challenge me, and I'll put you down the right path to educate yourself. Okay, I'm not the smartest guy in the room, but I am smart. I'm telling you right now, but I'm telling you, for those of you in the Credit Crusader Army that can't make the videos, please send me your information through my Instagram, or email me, or contact me to email me. Give me your story. Give me your process that I could tell your story. My next story is going to be about Miss B. She actually served in the United States Air Force. It's a great story about her. And you're all going to be surprised by how Mikey treats certain kinds of people. It's going to be very interesting, okay? I have videos that are waiting on Todd Gibbons, okay? That's coming too, all right? There's people out there that are taking advantage. And I tell you, coronavirus was one of the best times for every scam to come to fruition. Scams that were being pulled on people because they were at home, they didn't have the time to even challenge it, and the more time they had on it, they took advantage of people sitting at home to say, hey, we can do this and make this life better for you. They had no intentions of doing it. They really didn't, unless they just wanted to make money off you. Now, I'm not saying that my Credit Crusader army that I'm in, my general, Jim the credit guy, Dave over at Everything Credit, doesn't want to make money. It's passive income, but they also want to educate and empower. That's why I would say I'm very on their team. I'm inspired by them is the word I'm looking for. I'm very inspired by what they put out. You know, they're not afraid to call it out, keep people accountable, do the right thing and helping people to help themselves. It's like going to the mechanic. The mechanic goes, hey, I could charge you, $500 to put on this fuel filter, or I can give you where to go get it at, and I'll tell you how to do it. That's what these guys are. So take the time, folks. Take the time. I mean, I'll tell you right there, I wouldn't sponsor it if I didn't believe in it. I wouldn't put it out there if I didn't believe it to be true, and I'm not even monetizing on it, okay? It's like I've got to snake around the way to figure out the way to work the YouTube system, and I'm getting there. And I'm sorry for the link to this video, and I'll end it with this. To my Credit Crusader Army I'm in, I salute you. To my General, I salute you. To my Lieutenants, I salute you both. To other Sergeants, Sergeant Fastcrest, Frankie, known as L, JM, you know who you are. Brandon, the rest of the guys, I salute you too. And I'll end it with this. Best cup of Credit Crusader brew I've ever had, along with Mikey's tears and good old people in here crying away about, want the money, want the money. Oh, good old Todd Gibbons. All right, folks. I say goodnight to you. I salute you. God bless. And always stay in the fight. Always keep moving forward. Take care.